right, so we got the nut out the traction rod. We got the washer. Obviously, we have the rubber bushing. Now we got to take the tube, which we already loosened, which is part of the traction rod, as you see. Oh, it's falling apart. I love it. All right, what size were these, Carlos?
14.
If I had to guess, 14.
14.
Yes, 14.
Both
so
sides.
2 14 nuts and bolts. You get them out. Oh, and that's it. Look at that.
The customer.
And it's out. We're gonna put it back together so the customer can take it home. And I don't know, whatever he feels like doing it. Maybe he sells it on eBay. Who knows? All right.
Oh, then. This one wasn't so easy.
It's getting there. It's getting there. I mean, it has been hidden under the shock for probably 20, 30 years. Has anybody replaced? Yeah, well, somebody replaced the ball joint. I can see it. All right, come on, come on. Oh, the challenge of the day, Carlos. The cotter pin. Oh, oh.
It's going now.
Almost there, almost there. Almost there. Oh, could that be it? Guys, patience is key to all of this. Gotta have patience. You don't have patience, trust me. Little things like this will just drive you nuts. And no, I do not want to cut the cotter pin and hit it with a socket and bring it out, because that could mess up the threads.
It's going.
And even though I don't need the threads on the ball joint, I don't need this castle nut to get messed up. So there we go. Down and out. Now we are going to use a socket. Should be 17 millimeter. Man,
19?
what? 19. Man, at this time, I guess I'm getting a socket blind. 19 mil. Here we go. Yep, and just like that, you have it out. Now, if you think you're just gonna wiggle it out, no, it's not gonna happen, people. However,
Okay.
a few haymakers later, there you go. Beautiful. Now we're gonna take the lower controller mount, which is a 14 millimeter bolt right there. Wow, that's the nut side. And the bolt side, oh, the nut side is this one right here. There you go, guys. So 14 mil, lower controller arm comes out nice and easy. So we're gonna go ahead, pull that out, and we're gonna get ready for our next chapter, pretty much. All right, guys, so we are ready to install our GTX2 lower control arms by Techno Tuning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lower control arm. So what you want to do, I actually found out what they call this. This is actually the knuckles. Unbelievable. Well, it is a quarter of a knuckle, let's just say. Anyways, what you're going to do, obviously, this is the way it goes. That's how the knuckle goes. The nut goes here. Now, you are going to tighten, you are going to tighten this nut to 65 foot-pounds of torque. And the bottom nut, which is this one, to 85 foot-pounds of torque. So, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for that. By the way, guys, it's a 24 millimeter nut on both sides. It could be a little challenging to torque them, but it's possible. The way I did it was a regular ratchet on one side with a 24 and my torque wrench. You know what? I'm gonna show you guys. If you're doing it by yourself, I'm not sure how easy it's gonna be, but in my case, Doing it with my brother over here in our midnight session. Here we go. Put some cardboard under it. We don't want to scratch it. Put it sideways. Make sure. You could also put it in a vise, but if you don't want to put a scratch on it, listen, just have one of your buddies. Have some beers and have some fun. How's that? It's not that hard. Just like that, guys. We torqued that one to 65. Now we got to do the other one at 85. All right, guys. The time has come. Finally, putting these GTX2 arms in. We're actually both sitting on chairs. This is hilarious. I got it, Carlos. I'll hold it. Oh! All right, the first thing we're gonna do, guys, obviously, we are going to put this arm on. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. And the bolt is through. You might have to give the bolt a little love tap. It goes in a little tight. We did open up the hose on those sleeves, but just a little love tap. There you go. You see, guys, there's no binding. Everything's moving well, so just a little love tap. Feel free. Feel free. So once you get that on, just put the nut on. I wouldn't tighten it yet. I'm actually going to tighten on the alignment rack. Or if you guys don't have an alignment rack, personally, I would tighten it once you have everything on. Put it on a jack stand or on a jack. I mean, it's not a rubber bushing, so you don't have to necessarily do that. But trust me, it's going to be easier if you tighten it at the end, all right? So that's the way you want to do that. All right, guys. So we got now we got to get the nut. We got to connect the knuckle to the strut, right? So the easiest way you're going to do this is get one bolt in first. Trust me, it's easy, guys. And that is a 17mm bolt, guys. So just make sure, you know, you hit it with a wrench before you even send it with a gun. Or you can find the torque specs online and torque it as well. I mean, however you like it. Obviously, it's an old bolt. It is stretched the hell out. So I suggest just make sure it's tight. So there you go. We got a few threads in already. Now that we have a few threads in already, life will be easier to get the knuckle, the bolt for the knuckle on the other side. Look at that. I know, guys. Trust me, it was very easy. I hope when you guys are doing it, it's not overcomplicated. I really hope so. These are actually pretty easy to install versus a lot of other competitive arms I've done. And I'm not mean competitive as Techno Toys tuning competition. I just mean as, you know, this is pretty much a control arm for like a race car. Yeah, it's gonna feel good on the street, but we all know this is some high performance stuff right here. Heim joints, they're no joke. No joke. But anyways, guys, that's how this arm is installed. Real quick, real easy. Now we're gonna go and install the traction rod. Let me take this nut out of here. I'm gonna take this. Carlos, take that nut out first. Is that tight? I mean, the other one was pretty tight.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna take this out of here for now. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. You want to install the traction arm to the furthest hole out, right? So that's what I'm going to do. Damn, you guys heard that? You heard that, Carlos? Yeah. It's a cat fight out there. unless you're trying to push, you're trying to get clearance on the wheel, then the further in you're going to go, the further in you're going to push that tire, right? Which at the same time, you are changing caster. You are going more towards the negative side of it than the positive side. All right, so Carl's got the traction arm ready. This is what the hole looks like. No, we are not using no bushings. It's just straight solid. So I'm not going to be able to install this, Carlos, but you will. So there we go. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Ooh.
Bro, that sounds like Bruce Lee out there. Ha! We're here paying attention to the cat fight. We can't even put the nut on. All right, so that's on, just snugged. This is on, just snugged. Now, guys, do not forget, this traction arm, you want to have the same amount of threads on both sides, right? So what I'm gonna do, I have the bolt, Carlos, right here for the traction arm, not in bolt. This is still all loose because again, we don't even have the tie rod in yet. This is like literally one of the last things we want to have on. So obviously, we're gonna bring this in. Yeah, all the way. So you can move the arm. There we go. There we go. Nice and easy. And just like that. So just to let you guys know, this goes torqued. This is a 24 millimeter. Goes torqued to 85, 85, 85. In order for you to torque this nut here, you got to take the cover off. Have to take it off. If not, it's going to be nearly impossible, guys. So this is how you're going to set everything up. This is how you're going to install everything. And that's as far as the GTX2 lower control arm traction rod arm kit. So we're going to button everything up, and then we'll get back to finishing the big brake kit and mounting and balancing them wheels. We have them over there, and getting the car down, guys. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.